my way.
I'm still kind of having to help Top a little bit here because they're still a drizzle, so that says a lot.
Nah, the Gujar and I just like keep him bought down, so like.
I think one.
So that's what I'm going to do for now. And I will also okay. So right now it's like if my mom sees this, she may freak out. So we are on our way to our second location, guys and girls and everything else. Okay, so the proxy, Teen. He's excited. He cannot contain himself. start in a little bit. Okay, let's fasten the seat belt, boot up the car. And let's get to our second spot, which is my favorite. It's my favorite spot actually in Agios Konstantinos. It's my favorite spot to chill and to go to have a cigarette, go for a walk, and we will go through the not the mountain road. We will go through the other road. Hopefully the connection will be good. What else? Oh, those Christy. Whatever, bro. If you could see Proxy right now. Proxy is the name of my dog actually. I called him that way because I was thinking of called him like Dante or something more aesthetic, but then I was like, I'm a nerd, so I'm gonna call him something that has to do with my science. And then I remembered that one of my favorite games that I played, if not my favorite PSP game, was Force Unleashed, the Star Wars spin-off. Okay. And the protagonist, the Star Killer, had a droid, an android, or yeah, it's an android, which its name was Proxy, and it was called Proxy because it had the main function of it was to simulate the appearance and the voice of another person that you want to communicate through the galaxy, that you wanted to communicate with through the galaxy. And it was like the right hand of the Star Killer. It was very useful. He was very useful. No, it wasn't like the right hand. The right hand was his pilot, but it was like one of the main groups of the team, one of the main members of the team, like the third one, or I don't know. And I was like, I'm gonna call him Proxy. Proxy is a little bit excited right now. He does voice. The live stream at home works fine. I can check them at the same time actually, but I want first to get there. I should not check my phone when I'm driving, and I never do. I do not answer it, I do not interact with it. and that most people do. Yeah, you can't operate it, but not to hear music, just to communicate with someone, I would say. Is it here? Oh, it was here. We lost it. Anyway, let's go through the main road. I will drink the second beer there, and then maybe go home. I don't know. I have to buy a suitcase actually. I can go buy it with my friend, which I have the meeting afterwards. I don't know. He won't. He will agree with it. I'm sure of it. Because he just wants to spend some time with me, and I also want to spend some time with him, because I will not be seeing him like for many days. Maybe we'll be able to do some. Actually, that friend of mine, it's a doctor. He just got his ptychio again, and right now he's doing his thing that you are practicing in order to get your specialty. I don't remember I don't know the term of this. The thing it's that thing that the doctors do after their studies in order to to be good at a specific thing on their sector. And after that they become a specific doctor, and that can take up to 6 years, I think. For him, I think it's 7, because he chose to be he chose to be a neurosurgeon, bro. That's difficult, bro. I hope he does great. I'm sure that he will do great things, because he is a very consistent guy. He's a guy with a method. So he chose to be a neurosurgeon, and at the same time that he decided to do this, because ever. But then I thought about it, and I was like, this may be a good thing for me as well. Teaching another person something from scratch, especially in the programming field, yeah, can help me be a better programmer. It's very rare to find people here. It's very rare. I don't usually come this hour, but we just drove by 2 cars. That's very rare. That's very rare, bro. So guys, for those that came right here, some of you may see this live stream through YouTube. Some of you may see this live stream through Twitch. What's the catch here? I'm not using some tool to live stream the same thing both at the same time. What I'm doing right now is that I'm IRL streaming. IRL streaming. Okay, I do not have much battery, but I hope that it will last. I should have brought with me the power bank. That was a bad thing, but anyway, I think that it will make the thing. So I'm IRL streaming through my phone on Twitch right now on the Focus Pirate channel, but because I wanted also to live stream this on YouTube, I have opened my computer at home and opened a browser window, opened this specific Twitch stream and live stream this stream through my computer. So there is a delay, a bigger delay for the YouTube viewers, and also I cannot see the chat right now on the YouTube on the YouTube chat, but I will use my other phone to log in to that specific live stream on YouTube. That's one of my best spots right now to see if people have logged in. So give me a minute. So guys, we are so back. We are so back to this live stream. I'm very happy for you to be here. I'm very happy for you to be here. I'm very excited for you to be here. Let me get you closer to the view that I have from here. This live stream would be better because I know my exact position. This is the exact position. Let me check this. I will also check my phone for the... I forgot my bag, sorry. That's the bad thing if you not use Bluetooth. Also, I also just saw that ωραία. Okay, one last check. That's the difficult part when you live stream by yourself. When you IRL live stream by yourself. Let's check one last time the videos. I also just saw that. Okay, I think that it works. Okay. One last check. That's the difficult part when you live stream by yourself. When you IRL live stream by yourself. Okay, I just checked it. Let's check Twitch as well. Twitch. If YouTube works, actually Twitch works as well, I'm sure of it. Otherwise it could not be the other way around. I will check my phone consistently and I will drink my beer and I will get the fuck out of here. I will get the fuck out of here. Okay, so here I do not have anything. Here I do have my beer. Okay, let's check the okay, he didn't reply. So my friend that I was talking about, that we have scheduled a meeting. Okay. Okay. I'm a little bit distracted because right now things are a little bit more busy for me and I have left everything in order to IRL live stream this. So guys, I wanted to yap. I want to yap about my life. It's a little bit bad to see it like here. Okay, better. I wanted to yap about my life. So yeah, what I was saying is that before doing all this that I have achieved right now, like doing 31 live streams in a row, like day by day, doing a live stream each day, or 2 or 3 live streams. Sometimes where I was doing 1 live stream, sometimes I was doing 2 live streams, sometimes I was doing 3 live streams. It depends, but and I also edited a video every day, and I was uploading a video every day. The reason that why I did all this, because it was because I was in a creative block, in a creativity block. I don't know the exact term of that thing, but I'm sure that I'm sure that you know what I'm talking about. So when I got my ptυχίο, I finished my university studies, I was like, okay, now until I have to go to the military, because here in Greece you have to go to the military, it's mandatory. I have to do something creative in order to kickstart me, like to do stuff. And I was having too many ideas, and I was pivoting from one to another, and I was saying, I was putting rules on myself, like if you do not do this video, you will not go to the other. And then I just made a video, and then I made another video, and then I just continued doing it. And the first two videos were meh, were not my best job. The other videos that I afterwards do were also mediocre. Some were better, some were worse, but sometimes you have to just to do the thing, and you do not have to worry about being it perfect or being it even good. Sometimes you have to just to do it, because you have to kickstart yourself to do stuff. So the first video that I wanted to do was a guide about Dark Souls. I did that. The second video was me yapping about my life, and I did a whole series of live streams. And yesterday I came up, I postponed me doing that video about live yapping because I started thinking about certain areas that I can shoot, like certain angles, certain topics. I was starting writing a script, but sometimes all those things may be great, but other times they can block you, like they can't set you down. So yesterday I was thinking like what I'm going to do, what I'm going to live stream for my last day, and I thought of this. I'm going to IRL live stream me talking about what I was wanting to talk about, that video I wanted to make a month ago. So right now I'm not making the video, I'm live streaming it. It won't be a great video, it won't even be a mediocre video, it would be, it's something. So let me get you guys to see a better view. You see this? Better view. I'm really worried about the internet, so I'm gonna start with my yapping. I hope like the connection won't break. I should have okay, my friend just replied. Okay, so this video had the script first, and I want to talk about my life. I grew up here. Let me show you the village. I grew up to that village down there. I had to go school there until high school. Then for high school we had to go to another village, to another town actually, a little bit further than here. Like it's like a 10-minute drive or a 15-minute drive. And my whole life I was pretty lucky because my parents were a bit open-minded, and they pushed me to do many stuff. I had many hobbies when I was young. But I was also struggling with my emotions. Like I was a very sentimental kid. Like everything to me would leave me a small signature of emotions. Like it was like everything would be printed on my every experience that I had that was emotionally some experiences weren't always bad experiences. Some were good experiences, but all the experiences that made me feel certain stuff above a certain level, then they would print permanently in my mind, and I would have to keep up with them and to try to keep them in order not to overwhelm myself. And as the time went by, there were like certain periods of my life, like the last 2 years of the primary school, where I was at my highs. I was at my best of my life. I was very nail every aspect of my life. Then junior high school came. Things were a little bit difficult. When I got to the last years of my junior high school, things were better. I was starting getting stuff, and then high school came, and for the first 2 years were a little bit difficult study-wise, because emotionally-wise I was starting to find my balance, how to navigate through the community of the school and the community of the other activities that I had after school. Yes. And in the last year of primary school, of high school, everything clicked. I was at my best. I managed to write great on the exams. Here in Greece, we have to take exams in order to get to the university, and I did very well. I did pass. I was able to pass at the university that I wanted to, and then university came. Until then, I would say, in my school years, I wasn't very creative. I had done some things, but I was mostly interested in basketball. I played a lot of basketball. Then I had I have discovered YouTube, and I have started seeing other YouTubers doing stuff, especially here in Greece. The YouTube community back then were very small, and it was also nice because it was like a small nook, online nook, a small nook on the internet that you could go and see people that you like. But the thing was that they didn't upload much content, so you have to watch one video a week or 2 videos a week, something like this. So I watched a lot of anime back then. My cup of tea was like anime. I was watching too many animes. Anyway, so yeah, I wasn't that creative back then, but I wanted to become like a YouTuber or something like this, but I didn't have the courage, because I thought that I would be very cringe. So then I focused on basketball. I didn't become the best basketball player in the world. I didn't even become the best version of myself, I would say. It was quite difficult for me, because sometimes it's difficult to find a team that wants you and wants for you to develop and be better, and also a team that has a good chemistry. I think that issue, it's not like, it's very common. I think most players have the same issue, like finding a team that really are good with this team. Find the team that are comfortable with, like. So anyway, I went to the university. I studied informatics. It's like a computer science university, department of the university. We have the same curriculum as the computer science universities in the abroad. So at first I was overwhelmed by the university life here in Greece. Back then we didn't have any deadlines. We could fail a course as many times as we can fail a course like unlimited times, and we wouldn't be removed by the university, we wouldn't be expelled or something like that. So at first I was just living the life. I didn't do, but thinking my life back then, I didn't do anything important. Like even character, I didn't develop my character a lot, and I also didn't develop my skills a lot. So if I could go the time back, I would do very different things, and I will take advantage of my time in very different ways. Yeah, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It was years of freedom, years of doing whatever. Then the time passed, years passed, and I bought some game consoles. I started playing games. I was playing a lot of games back in junior high school, I would say, but the games were, I stopped playing games when I was in high school because I have other interests. And then I started playing games again when I was in my second year of university. Because I bought a PS4 and I started playing, and then I bought a big TV, and then I started playing all the, like I spent so many nights playing from midnight to for midnight to 8-9 a.m. Playing like Dark Souls or Kingdom Hearts, and those were like From Software stuff, and Square Enix stuff are my piece of cake. And then COVID came. Then I managed to get an internship at a software company, and I went there for summer, and it was great. It was great. I developed two things, and I was very proud of myself. And also the guys from the company were also excited with me. They thought that I'm a good employee, that I could be a good employee because I was an intern back then. Yeah, so I came back from that was the fourth summer in the university. I came back from that summer, and I was committed. I was like, I'm going to get my degree. Not right now, but I'm going to be more consistent with my studies, and I'm going to study more. And I actually did for one semester, actually for 2 semesters, because the first was from September of 2019 to January 2020, and then COVID hit. I had to go back to my hometown, and I did a lot of studying back then, I would say, because I had a lot of time and I didn't have social activities, so I focused on my studies. And I would also learn how to drive back then, and and I played a lot of drums because I have my physical set back home. I really enjoyed that time. I also enjoyed like my first days when COVID hit in Thessaloniki, because everybody left, went to their hometowns, but I was one of the few people that stayed until the end. I stayed in Thessaloniki until April, I think, until I was alone and all my friends were there. And I would wake up every day. I would study like 8 hours, and then I would play Neo 2 to 3 to 4 hours, and then I would sleep. And then repeat. And I also documented a little bit of my studying back then. I hope that the idea would have come to me to live streaming it, but I didn't. Even if I would be able to do it, if I have the equipment and the internet connection to do it, I think that I wouldn't do it because I was very self-conscious back then. I was more self-conscious back then. I wasn't that much, but anyway. So yeah, but the studying continued when I came back to my village. My routine was changed a little bit, but I wasn't like, I was happy. And then that summer came, and after the summer everything is blur. Like, certain things happened to my life after that summer. I did great on my school, but after that summer, some things happened, and then in that fall of 2020, I got offered the job by the same company that I was interning in. I had the internship on, and I started working. I started working remotely, and I let myself, like, I was thinking back then that I'm working, so I'm doing something with my life. So for all my spare time, I won't do anything, and I did. I didn't do anything for the first year of my working career, I would say. Also, I neglected all my studying. I didn't pass any courses when I was working. I think that I passed only one, and it was like an easy one. I didn't even study for it. Yeah. So 2 years passed. The things were a little bit blurred, but I think that I invest. Then the second wave of COVID came, and I was working, and I stayed in Thessaloniki. And most of my friends stayed in Thessaloniki, and we had and once a week everybody would come to my house to play games and watch videos, and it was great. It was great. It was one of my best times of my life. I will say it until I pass away, I think. But things cannot continue be the same all the time, and things changed. But that year was a little bit weird, but also it was very. I think that when I'm seeing back my life that year, I'm like satisfied with it. So yeah, then the second year of my working life came, and I was a little bit worried about my studies because I couldn't pass any of my lessons. I couldn't concentrate on the courses. The only thing that I did was working, and then trying to recover from the burnout of the morning work. My dog. So yeah, also in my second year, in my second year of working in that company, I got this thing, this dog, and he got my he became my companion. He became my spirit animal. He's great. It was a little bit tough at first because I was living in an apartment and he was pissing and shitting all over the apartment. But then he became a little bit older and he could hold it. And I started training him. It was a little bit exhausting for me, managing my work life, my dog, then my hobbies. I also started a band at the first year of my second band actually, at the second year of my working life, at the first year of my working life, but and we continued it until the 1 year later, and then we split. Yeah, anyway, so at the middle of the second year, I was like, I cannot continue doing this. I had a mental breakdown, and I thought to myself, like, I'm giving half a year time to myself, and then I will quit. And I will quit in order to finish my studies. And I did. Like in the second summer of my working years, on the summer of the second working year, I told them that I'm going to quit. I gave them like a 3 month notice. That's a neighbor of mine, like going wild with the thing on the car that makes noise. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, I quit, and I was so burned out, but I was also committed that I'm going to focus on my studies, and I did. It was very hard for the first months to focus. I also started studying English again to get my proficiency, and it was very difficult to manage all those things together, but I did it. And the year after that was the previous year, like 2023, I came back here from Thessaloniki in order to finish my thesis here. Because I didn't want to spend more money, because living in Thessaloniki without working, it's not expensive, but you are losing money if you get me. Yeah, I don't know. And then I came here, and my whole previous year was me finishing my thesis, and I managed to do it. I finished my thesis this November, and at the same time, I thought that the first plan was finish my thesis as fast as I could in order to find a job abroad and move in another country in the EU. But I was burned out by my thesis of me, because I was studying like 6 to 8 hours a day. It wasn't that difficult, but I wanted to make it as good as I could, because we're talking about my thesis. I'm my dog to come, because Brox. I didn't want to shout to him, but he hears it, and he runs. He's a great dog. He's a great dog. He's a great dog. Look at this dog. It's a great dog. It's a great. Great dog. Yeah, anyway, and then this summer, like the summer of 2023, I decided to go to the military, because if I was able to go abroad and to find a job abroad, I would be able to avoid it. But I found out that there is a specific sector in the military that it is especially for programmers, and you can also get work experience from it. So I applied to it, and hopefully they will get me. They will want me. Hopefully they will. Yeah, hopefully I will be able to go there to get my work experience, and also to work to on some projects that the military has. Okay, 5%. And that was the yapping about my life, and that's the future. So I finished my thesis in November. I did some things. I finished my thesis in November. I get my license degree, my driving license on November. I also had to arrange some specific documents about the military. I went to visit my friends in Thessaloniki, and then I came back and I was like, I want to do something creative, and I did this, and here we are. And from today, from tomorrow, and for 1 year, I will have to attend my military time. And I have to be a soldier. Yeah, anyway, I don't know how this will go, but I'm excited that I was able to. I'm excited that I was able to live stream all this month. It was a great month. It had ups and downs. It wasn't that easy, but I'm certain that when I will see back, when I will see my life, I'm certain that when I will see all those videos that I uploaded this month, I will be very happy of it. I will be proud of myself, and I also have plans for the future, and it's one of the first time that I feel a little bit certain about what I'm going to do with my life. The thing is that in every period of my life that I described, like the primary school thing, the junior high school thing, the high school thing, the university thing, all those things, there was a specific time in all those periods where I felt like I got this. Okay, finally I got how I can operate through this period of time, like, and in all those periods, it was at the end of that period, like at the end of the primary school, I was like at my highest. At the end of the junior high school, I was like, okay, I got this. At the end of the high school, I was like, okay, I managed to get to the university that I want. At the end of the university, which is right now, I'm like, I managed to do some creative stuff, and I'm also have a specific plan about my life. I was also thinking that in all those periods of my time, and throughout all those periods of my time, that I was thinking that, okay, now my life will be like consistent. Now my life will not change. But deep down, I knew that this would be very difficult, because all those periods in my life were transition periods. Like, you cannot be a student forever. You cannot be a high schooler forever. So I wouldn't make plans because I wouldn't know what will await for me ahead of time. But I think that's the first time that I'm a little bit certain that for 1 year I have to go to the military, and then I just have to work and to study to make my skills better, and then if my skills are good, I think that I will be able to navigate through life more easier. With less effort, I would say. I know that I'm going to be that not things do not always go as you want. I'm certain of it. And more difficult times are waiting ahead of me. Yeah, but I think that you have to go through those tough times in order to develop a certain mindset. Because if you cannot go through your difficult times in life, it will be miserable. Okay, and I think that the live stream back home doesn't work. Let me check the live stream back home for one last time. Ah, it works. And I think that I know guys, I have to get better at English, at everything I would say, but in English, especially in English. I think like the getaway to everything is for you to speak good English. Okay. He finds like a thing that smells and he covers himself from it. I also if I'm able to, yeah, I also want to mention two more things. When I was little, I was influenced by the 90s culture. I was born in 1997, at the end of the 90s, but my sister and my cousins, who were very close to me back then, were 3, 6, and 9 years older than me. So they were my getaway to the 90s culture. So from a very very young age, I was playing games, I was interacting with the computer, and I was doing stuff that the 90s kid are doing. Okay, and I want to finish my yapping with I have some complaints about my friends. The complaints I have have is to do more things that they can influence others. Like I said back to the stream on the beach, I want them to create things in any area. I don't mind, because I think that that's the only way of being hyped for some people. Actually, it's the only way for being hyped about life. And my energy is a little bit drained right now. I hope that I will be able to motivate them in some way to do more stuff. I know that everybody does. Every one of my friends does things about himself and herself and themselves. And they are great on it. But I would also want to